Hello there, I'm Damien, host of the Farr Show, where tonight we're going to talk about the Ocean's movies. I know, have you ever seen the Ocean's movies with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon? Not really a big Matt Damon fan, but that's okay. So, what do I think of these movies? Because the main topic tonight is Ocean's 8 and the trailer that they had, and I'm going to talk about it while it plays next to me here. So, let's start off with the film reviews of the Ocean's movies. Ocean's 11 with Frank Sinatra from 1960. I have not seen. I heard good things, Still haven't seen it. Ocean's 11, the remake from 2001 with George Clooney, Matt Damon, and Brad Pitt. I give an FAR. It's a great movie. If you have not seen it, just see it. The only reason it's not perfect is the setup's a little long to me, but I understand why it's long. But at the same time, the setup could have been a little shortened, and it would have been great. Then we'll go on to Ocean's 12, which came out in 2004. It's the sequel to Ocean's 11, because now they're making a trilogy, because, sure, I'm okay with it. This one changes from them robbing a casino to them, I wouldn't say really robbing, they were robbing the egg. I forget the name of the egg, to be honest. And it was them versus another thief known as the Night Fox, which I thought was cool. Putting them against another thief was kind of cool. I don't think it's as good as the original, so FA. Then Ocean's 13. This one is kind of hit or miss too. It's them going back to Vegas to rob a casino that just opened. Completely different than the original way. Because they're doing it for their friend Saul. Because he's like, I wouldn't say depressed, but he was dying. So this man screwed him over at one point. So they're helping their friend out, which I think is cool. But at the same time, it's nowhere near as good as the first one. So FA. All these movies are pretty much okay. I'd recommend seeing 11 with George Clooney and Matt Damon and Brad Pitt. But the other ones are kind of just eh. So now I'm going to talk about Ocean's 8 and what I think of the trailer. So, really, I think I just assume that James Corden being in the movie is a late night talk show host, and Debbie Ocean's, Sandra Bullock's confidant, which I think's hilarious. So he's still a late night talk show host, even though that's not what happens at all, I'm assuming. I just really like the idea of him being a late night talk show host who's also like a spy on Anne Hathaway, who I don't remember her character's name, but So it starts off with her pretty much saying to Kate Blanchett, well, I want to do a heist. And she's like, okay. And she's like, where do you want to rob? And she's like, the Met Gala. And I'm like, that seems like a cool concept. I like the idea. And they're robbing Anne Hathaway, by the way. So I think it's good. She was in prison at one point, like her estranged brother Danny Ocean, and she is good at heists according to this, which I'm just going to take their word for it. If they're making a movie out of it, I assume she's good at it. And then, really, it looks like a great cast, but I feel Rihanna's a bit out of place. No offense to Rihanna. I hope I'm proven wrong by the film, but she seems a bit out of place as the tech person. I feel they should have got someone different. Someone different would have maybe made it a lot better to me. And then I'd say it looks pretty good. Would I say it's on par with Ocean's 11 with George Clooney? I'd say it looks good, but you never know. With the other Ocean's movies, I assume it'll be an FA out of Farr. But it does look a lot better than that Ghostbusters reboot with all the female cast. Don't get me wrong, completely fine with all female casts of a movie. That's fine. Hollywood, do whatever you want. But the Ghostbusters one was terrible in my opinion. I watched it for like 2 minutes or 10 minutes, and I was like, this is bad. I just would prefer to be doing something else with my life. But if you like that movie, more power to you. You can like whatever you want. It's just my opinion once again. So, overall, I feel the movie could be great. It could be bad. It's got a great cast, so that's always a good sign. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a far off night.